everyone. I want to say thank you so much to the National Civic League and Grade Level Reading Campaign. What a great married new partnership that you all brought together for this year. And I can't thank you enough for the time, the investment, and your professionalism in this process. I, as the grant writer, submitted the application, and I got a lot of great feedback from our commissioners who are also reviewers. They loved their experience as reviewers. So I thank you for taking care of them and this process. So I love your theme this year. This theme is amazing because this is the platform of housing authorities or other housing agencies. They're doing what they can to, yes, provide quality housing, but what are they doing for the educational learning process of kids and families in the community? We have the Cops and Kids Youth Center. This is an intention. This is our leadership has made a decision and made an investment in providing really excellent after school and summer camp programming for our youth that live in our very, very low income residences. And we provide them after school summer camp programming so that they can have an extended day of learning with amazing mentors and professionals that have number one in their life, caring for kids and a passion for uplifting children and empowering them. I have my partners here in the room. There's a lot of us. I know you can only see a few of us, but I would like to introduce to you my dearest, closest partner, which is the Chief of Police. His police department is just an amazing partner in our work.
Thank you, Robin. I could talk all day about the Cops and Kids Center. I started in this with this department over 29 years ago, and we had a great partnership even before we had a formalized partnership with the Housing Authority. We actually started our program out of a one-bedroom apartment up in Mango Circle, where some of the highest at-risk kids were located in low-income housing, but we were able to bring them a safe environment there through a partnership with the Housing Authority. Then we formalized that with an interlocal agreement that goes before our Board of Commissioners and Mayor. And it is definitely 100% supported by them as well as everybody in our community. Every year when we do our Christmas outreach programs, bringing that stuff to the kids, it's just a great thing. And the partnership I couldn't be more proud of with the Housing Authority. It started with Pat Weber many years ago and passed on right here with Robin, and look forward to everything in the future. And one of our proudest things is people that made through the program. I want to introduce Sergeant Mathis. He was one of our kids back when I started, and I'll show you him in our uniform now.
Hey, sorry, we're playing musical chairs. How are you guys? So I'm Sergeant Mathis, and I grew up, I call myself one of the originals of Cops and Kids, when we took an old church and made it a building that's safe for all the kids to go to. The socioeconomic makeup of the group of kids that go there are some of our poorest kids in the community. And what the Cops and Kids Center does is allows those kids to have a safe learning environment where they can go and get free after school care and get help with their homework and learn life skills that helps them out through that they will take on throughout the rest of their lives. And that is very important because it allows parents to go to work and earn a living to be able to support their families at home, knowing that they have the help and support that they need through our Cops and Kids Center. So it feeds both ends of the spectrum. We get to take care of the child while the mother and father get to take care of the home, and they don't have to worry about those things that we can provide. I can attest to that as a combat veteran that grew up through that program. It gave me the life skills that made me successful in the Army, and now back in the community being a police officer here for almost 15 years. So I thank you guys for your time. And this is, I'm going to hand it off to Shamar. And she is one of our newest Cops and Kids over the last few years. And hopefully one day I can make her a sergeant at the police department. She can keep passing the torch on.
Well, we moved here about 3 years ago, and ever since then, me and my two siblings have been coming. And at Cops and Kids, they really opened the space for us for creativity. And my sister, she's 7 and she has autism, and they really helped her out. It was a lot easier for her to make friends at Cops and Kids, and they taught her a lot there. And she's very happy going every single day. And so I'm going to slide back in my chair. You are seeing exactly the colors of our partnership and our Cops and Kids, because we just make it work no matter what. This is Joanna and Felicia, and I would love to introduce Felicia. She's with the Junior League, and she's going to tell you about her and her team members and their charter and what they do and why they've enjoyed so much supporting the children of Cops and Kids.
Good afternoon, I'm Felicia. As was mentioned, I'm with Junior League of Clearwater Dunedin. We are an organization within the local community that started in our community in around 1948, and we are a fully functioning nonprofit made up of 100% female volunteers. Our focus is on childhood poverty in North Pinellas County, focused on hygiene, literacy, and food insecurities. And we found a partnership with Cops and Kids that became very unique for us because we had very aligned initiatives. And by partnering with our resources and initiatives, we were able to better the programming to bring different events and resources to the children. And we've seen those in the Cops and Kids events in hygiene bags and hygiene education we've been able to provide to the children. And additionally, we've been able to put on literacy events where we brought in and highlighted books for the children. We've provided them the books. We create activities on the theme of the book, and we go through these and create really fun days for the kids. And we've been able to create a continuity of care in that, because in the couple of years that we've had this relationship, we've done it year after year, and it's gotten better every year. And the example of this year, where we actually were able to have the author of the book available and be on site and sign the book and show the kids, see who you can be in your community through these authors. And we've really seen action turn into impact by using both of our sets of resources and coming together to better the community.
So as you know, when it comes to intentional programming, it's really, really important that you have the resources and you have partnerships to share their expertise to complement what you're doing. And we do that with our media partners that are here in the room, such as Joanna with the Juvenile Welfare Board. And we're also able to do that through the Department of Juvenile Justice funding that we receive. When I write a grant for these programs, I very intentionally describe what the children need right now. So in the counseling world, they call it person-centered. What we say is we show up where the kids are, what's going on with them right now. And after the pandemic, we are even more focused on social emotional association, or how that impacts academic learning. For example, with our mindfulness and our mind up program. Joanna is with the Juvenile Welfare Board, and this is the tax ad valorem entity of our county, and they are a major funder, significant amount of funding that we're able to receive every single year, but we only receive it based on measurable objectives that we achieve. So Joanna is going to talk about the contract expectations, everything that we're required to do, the data management agreement, and then our performance, because they evaluate, they look at our data and they give us feedback on how our program is doing and what it's doing for the children, not only in the community, but directly impacting their school success.
Well, thank you. So as she said, I work for the Juvenile Welfare Board. It's a special taxing district here in Pinellas County. And we have been funding Cops and Kids for over 10 years at this point. And we have not been able, or would not have been able to do that without the successful impact of this program. So one of the things that we work with Cops and Kids on is making sure that the students that are going through the program are achieving academic success, specifically in terms of literacy. So we're looking at the data that they supply us. So they provide us information on every student, including student IDs. And then through the Juvenile Welfare Board, we have a data sharing agreement with the local county school district here, where we're able to match those students and understand how those students are performing in school academically in terms of learning gains on literacy and mathematics, as well as school attendance and behavioral issues. And we know, and as you have heard today, the students that are going through Cops and Kids are the most at-risk students in the community. So they're already struggling, but with the Cops and Kids program and with the intentional programming that is offered, they have been able to really help these kids succeed. So what we have found very specifically over the last couple of years is Cops and Kids has been very successful in helping to mitigate the learning loss that was caused due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So students are performing well, they enjoy coming to the program, and we constantly see this impact from COPS and kids, and we're able to do that through our data sharing agreements and the expectations of the grant.
Thank you, thank you. So we would love to just welcome any questions that you have, any comments that you have. I love this kind of forum. I've never experienced this kind of forum, but similar types of forum because I love to learn and I love to get ideas from other people in other communities. So if there are any comments of other applicants that you've heard of ideas of their programming that you can share with us, we'd absolutely welcome that too, not only your questions about the work that we do.